What's the Joseph R. Wheeler III, artist, founder, president of the ONYXCON Foundation. We up in here again for another ONYXCON live here on YouTube. Watching how these people driving because they doing the randomness out here today. They got cold out here again in Metro ATL. And it's been a long but productive day. It's still going production-wise. Y'all know when I got on lemon drop, as I call it. Anybody who ain't new to the channel, y'all true to the channel, you know my slang. You starting to get the glossary. You starting to get the words I say and the phrases I have and things I'm about. You know what I mean? And how we roll here at ONYXCON, how we about that art life and surviving. Okay, in the art life because it ain't easy. You know what I mean? When you live the art life, you live the respect first, then power, then money life. Yeah, not the other way around. So when you ain't doing it that way, you know. People ain't, the system is against you. There's a lot of gatekeeping, a lot of nonsense to keep a brother from getting ahead, sister from getting ahead, from anybody from getting ahead, whoever you may be. You know, if you really try to live your best art life, you know, no, they want to use and abuse it. They don't want the arts to be understanding what the power of it is and how we are the reason for the season. And that after survival, everybody is seeking out the arts. Everybody's utilizing the arts. People try to control the arts, but for the wrong reasons. You understand? But we're gonna bring you back to the real point. We're gonna get it right. We're gonna get it right. You know why? 204,000 views in the last 28 days. No, excuse me. Whoa, not in the month. In the last 48 hours, because I have to remember which statistics I'm looking at when I look at my numbers on YouTube Studio. Man, I be looking at them numbers like, okay, this one needs to push to this one needs to push to that. And I said last night, I said I need to make that. It was 100 and something. I said I need to see. It was so close. Whatever. I think it was like 180 something thousand. I said I want to see 200,000. 204,000. What the hell I say? What the hell I say, baby? We doing it. We are doing it up in here. You, me, us. We are doing it. Thank you. Thank you, Monetization Nation. Everybody who subscribed. Everybody who keeps pushing that like button. Everybody who keeps letting YouTube know. This is what we want. We want some realness. This is what we want. We want some everyday slice of life with the spice and everything that makes it nice. You know what I mean? This is what y'all want. This is what y'all gonna get. We're gonna give it to you daily, but you gotta keep loving it. You gotta share it. You gotta tell your friends and your family. Don't keep it to yourself. Don't gatekeep your own life. Please. Thank you. You know what I'm saying? Like, share it. You know, like minds are like minds. You know? And I know how it goes. Sometimes you be thinking, yeah, I mean, some of my friends might. You start thinking of mice. Hell with the might. We got too many options of stuff people might like that they're gonna love it. You understand? So share it. Share the channel with a friend. Share it with a family member. Let them know about ONYXCON. Let them know about the type of stuff we do here. Just send them videos. You ain't gotta tell them what it is. You know how that goes. You send people stuff. They be like, "What is this?" That's for them to figure out. They hit the button. They be like, "I like that." Oh, wait a minute. That made me think. Oh, wow. I never knew that. Oh, it's so and so's birthday. I ain't know. Oh man, those some dope shoes. Oh man, that hat is crazy. Wait a minute, that shirt is. Where did he find it? Where is this? Who is this? When they start asking them questions, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That means they're gonna subscribe. When they subscribe, we got them then. You ain't had to explain nothing. You ain't had to do no presentation on my behalf for the channel. You ain't got to try to explain, because some of y'all, I wouldn't even want y'all to explain, because y'all ain't gonna know what to say no way. You still trying to figure out what this is. What is ONYXCON? What is? That's why I did that post the other night. I did a short where I did a montage of a lot of different things that we cover, and I put some music with one favorite of mine where it's like many styles, many styles, many styles. It's some old school hip hop right there. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, I love that. I love that. So you'll be getting more of those. Matter of fact, uh, gotta send a shout out to. Hope the brother's doing better for real. Serious talk. But Corrupt of the Dog Pound. Okay. Shout out to Corrupt of the Dog Pound. That is really cool. Oh man, I can't even show y'all quick enough. I'd have to take my phone off the thing and hold it. I ain't got time for that. I'm trying to get somewhere. But this dude had on this vest that lit up. And he had one on the dog's collar too. He walking his dog, but he had a vest that lit up. I said, I like that. That's funky. Looks some real cyberpunk looking stuff. I love anything that reminds me of that vibe. We live in it. I keep saying we live in it, but I didn't know what it was. But I was like, and I mean, it's glowing, glowing. His chest looked like a neon sign, but what it was is just like a safety vest, like what I'm wearing, but like it glowed, and it wasn't a full shirt. It was it was just like the straps going around, and then he had something. I guess you buy a kit of it so that it goes if you're walking your dog. The dog had, it was a mastiff too, big boy. Had the glowing ring matched the. That's wow, that's dope. Anyway, but I can't even finish my statement. I was gonna tell y'all, Corrupt from Dog Pound was hospitalized some days ago. They say he's doing better. No one's announced, what it was, what hell ailments he was dealing with. But I can say in recent videos and different stuff showing, bro, I could tell someone right. I was like, man, he's looking way too aged to be his age. He's only like 53 or something like that. You know what I mean? And bro was looking like 53. I'm like. I mean, no, I'm sorry, excuse me. He's 53. He looking like 73 or something. Like he looking, kind of withered. And I was like, he's always been a slim dude. He's slim, muscular kind of dude, but not that slim, not that, lean with it. And then like I noticed in his face just looking kind of sunk in and stuff. I was like, dang, what's going on with Corrupt? So no, that kind of threw me a bit today because I didn't know that was even going on, but it hit because like they kept playing his music on the radio, and every time that happens, I hate to say when people who I generally might like their stuff or love their stuff. In the case of Dog Pound and everything, I don't like everything they ever put out, but I like most stuff. I got an appreciation. I respect Corrupt as an MC. I'll put it like that. That's the most important thing. The brother got flow on top of flow. He one of the top lyricists out of the West Coast that came in with all the G funk and everything, but actually got flow, not just talking a bunch of gangster stuff and that's it. No, he got lyrics, like for real, for real. So I respect Corrupt, and they were just playing a lot of back-to-back Corrupt. I said, wait a minute now, Corrupt ain't no, because that's all you can think. As soon as you hear some of these things, oh man, when they do that, you be like, man, who died? Damn, I'm sick of being a freaking. I mean, it just feels like and I'm gonna do my duty for the kind of covers and the kind of content we do. We cover a lot of parts of hip hop. So when people pass, it's just it behooves me to recognize that and say something and put up a post about it if I can, if I know about it. Sometimes I don't even know. It'll be weeks later I find out. Oh damn, I didn't even know. Like this brother, oh man, take my time with my words. Sorry, y'all. Need to check something real quick. Like I say, I'm still out here working, really. As usual. Y'all know, y'all. If you ain't new to the channel, you know how I get down, man. I put the main job between the other jobs. This is the main job, ONYXCON, 24/7. But brother Forte, man, we lost Forte of the food. Well, he was a member of the Fugees. He wasn't one of the main members. It's not like some people may not even remember. But Forte was on tracks with like Wyclef, like rapping back and forth in the videos, everything. And if you know who I'm talking about, rapping Forte, he's a legend in his own right, man. He's just another one of those voices, one of those people, one of those special special sauces to the ingredients of a group like the Fugees, and even did his own independent project. Uh, and I remember a few of those. At least I can remember a few solo videos, and vaguely. So honestly, I got to go back and reminisce. I got to pull some stuff up and be like, oh, that was that song, and that was this and that. But yeah, man, this brother out at 50, man. I'm just like, y'all don't understand what that right there. See, that's me. That's my era. That's us. That's my age. That is woo. It's like when any of these cats and ladies that are passing in their 50s or 40s or worse, or yeah, younger and stuff. Like that just it mess with your head a little bit because I don't know about you, but for me, it's the constant mortality reminder. Live your life. And whatever is not relevant ain't relevant. This is why I'm always telling y'all when I tell y'all about how I say respect first, then power, then money. Because whether you got a lot of money or not, do you have respect? Do people respect you? Do you get opportunities because people respect you? Do you have power in your life over great things that give you pleasure without having to worry about the money involved? If you can say yes to any of those questions, you live a great life. And guess what? You're rich. Stop being around. Don't even let people around you who tell you, "Oh, you broke," because they clocking somebody's bank account and they count numbers versus value. You contributing value to your life and other people's lives, yo, you are rich. Period. That's true rich. Broke is broken people talking about broke. The only people I know always talking about broke are broken ass people. I don't give a damn how rich they are. Rich in finance, because all of that is it's a foil for their emptiness. They know they empty, so they got to keep talking about. You see, I got all this money. You see, I'm the man. I'm this. I'm that. And then it's funny because when I think about Brother Forte, that's one of the things I remember the Fugees doing. They made fun of that. They made fun of a lot of that in their own way, like whether they were assuming the roles or outright rapping against it, they made their statements about that during that time in the 90s. If you know anything about Lauryn Hill's music for real, her greatest album ever, The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, had so many messages about all of that in it. It was throughout the entire album. But that was the consciousness of that collective. And like I said, this brother who passed, he was part of that collective. He wasn't one of the main members that everybody knows. So like some people probably still scratching their heads like, wait a minute, who passed? What member of the Fugees? Because I know as soon as they associated him with the Fugees, some people thought, oh Lord, Wyclef, oh Lord, Lauren, oh Lord, Pras. No, but this other cat who's a part of it, yes, like this is still major. It's not like just people need to take a minute and they'll remember if they lived through that era, they will remember. I remember instantly as soon as I saw the picture and I said, golly, man. It's just constant. It's just you don't get no breaks. I mean, okay, come on. What are you going to do? Because you're doing that weird, hesitant, passive aggressive driving and then you be able to hit somebody. I don't like that. Hey, you got to the stoplight first. Go ahead. It's cool. What you doing? Stop sign was yours. Go ahead. Anyway, but yeah, y'all, it's oh, just remembered something. It's just a lot, yo. It's a lot going on with that. But it's too many people passing in their 50s and getting so sick in their 50s and stuff. I'm like, man, ooh wee. It just for me. Like I said, I can't speak for nobody else. I know what it does to my mind. It make me think, man. Whatever it is I want out of this life, I'm not asking nobody else's permission, uh, approval rating of what I'm doing and what I choose to do and how I'm doing. You either love it or leave it alone. Like this channel, I say it all the time. This is a troll-free environment by nature. Like I don't even understand how people go live and let everybody talk. For what? What are they gonna say that's valuable if they're not already supporting your channel? Like anybody who really supports you, they gonna hit that button. They gonna wanna. Anybody who would hate on somebody or say something weird about somebody they don't even know, man, that is an empty ass carcass of a living thing somewhere. You're a living carcass. You're a zombie. You can't be real. You can't be real. It's impossible to be a real person acting like that, doing that kind of stuff day in day out. There's people like that all over the web and stuff. It's weird to me. It's beyond weird. It's pure psychosis to me. And the fact that, we've used all these little cute words, cyberbullying. No, this is somebody who needs to be locked the hell up, institutionalized. Seriously, nobody ever in the history of humanity did the stuff that people are doing online right now in that way. And it's not natural. So these people need to be conditioned. You can't allow that kind of behavior to just flourish and become normalcy and become a category of a way to be. Like, oh, I'm a prankster. Like I heard somebody say the other day, like they said they never do prank content because they think it's lame. I said, hell yes, it's lame. Thank you for saying that. It's the lamest shit ever. It's like, so you're using a word, you're trying to make up a word to say, oh, it's just a prank. No, you're playing with your life. That's what it's really called. You found a word and you say, oh, you call it prank. No, what they should say is playing with your life. That's what you're doing. That's not like, you got people passing like this from sicknesses and stuff, and Lord forbid all the other stuff that can happen to people, and you're teasing and playing with people on edge. People are out here stressed out every day, every other day, trying to figure out life, and you up here taking it for granted and think you got time to mess with other people's frequency. Man, please, 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 Stay in your simple ass lane amongst others like you, and leave other folk alone. Because we are definitely zero tolerance. It's too much to live for, man. It's too much to live for, and it's too much to not die for, or allow anybody else to take a breath of our time with nonsense. When you see how fragile it is for the great ones to go. Malcolm Jamal Warner, Angie Stone, D'Angelo. None of these people should be in the other realm as far as I'm concerned. If anybody want to start tapping their Bible and say, well, in God's time, look, I ain't religious. So whatever you interpret that, fine, do you. I'm not religious. I respect that if you are, you are. Fine. I have my own way of looking at it when it comes to death. And I just feel that some of these deaths are not necessarily absolutely timely in the sense of it was supposed to be that way, that's the way it was gonna go. No, I don't go with that every time when it comes to transitions. I do believe there are situations, very unique ones, quite often, unfortunately, because I look at it like I was talking about this earlier in the previous live. I was talking about this global warming thing. How some people just don't even believe it's real. You ain't gotta believe it. That just tells me you don't know nothing about how science works. If you, I don't believe it, ain't to believe. Belief is something you have conviction in without proof. You don't have to have proof, but I believe. You don't even know if it's true. I believe. That's why I can't be religious. It doesn't. I don't deal with that. I deal with this is. I deal with. Oh, I felt that one time, so I know what that can do. Can't nobody stand in front of me and say shit about the power of the ocean. I've been thrown around by a undercurrent in the ocean and thought, damn, was that my day? I won't play again. There is truly a rule that you don't go in the water in certain places at a certain time of day because the undercurrent will take you out, will slam you on the bottom of the floor of the ocean. And that sand that it was just sand. Sand feels like freaking concrete when it's at the bottom of the way it's getting constantly ebbed and flowed over by that water makes it compressed. It is like concrete. And I'm living proof. I survived that. And luckily didn't lose my hearing in the ear that got smashed because it threw me down. You know what I mean? But see, that's why I don't even get into conversations with little narrow-minded ass people who ain't never been through nothing. They never seen people. They never had near-death experiences themselves. People who like just you listen to a bunch of little stupid rap songs. People always talking about gunplay and garbage, but you ain't never been in a situation where you got home the next morning, thank goodness, breathing, but you find out at that same place you were lucky enough to get in and out of safely, somebody lost their life. Like I've been there. You know, you can't make jokes about crack cocaine and the effects of it on communities, and you didn't see a whole street in front of Fort Greene Projects in Brooklyn in 1994 flooded with crack vials. Looked like it had snowed them overnight. Like, see, if you ain't never walked over there and felt that underneath your boots, and I mention that a lot sometimes because it really messed me. It was like it gave me PTSD in other ways. News reports is one thing. Maybe see somebody in the alley smoking something or whatever. But no, when you're counting to yourself that many of these things on the street, how many lives is that? How many families is that? That's literally translated to most everybody who lived in that projects at that time either died from that bullshit or is still suffering from the effects of that bullshit. Which is why it's hard to be like it's like, yo, man, being a fan of hip hop in terms of the music at its worst is like it's like being a veteran that went through a war and listening to the songs from that era. It's like cutting on some music that was being played during Vietnam around. And I'm not joking about that when I say this because I know people who lived through that. And I know how they get when you put on certain songs around them. It's like, wait a minute, we might not need to be playing this right now. Because that was what they heard every day or what got them through or what maybe they heard when their friend got killed. Man, you have no fucking idea. And so I'm saying when you see these reports and you find out about folk going, and then I see people playing with life and playing with energy and playing with, like, man, y'all better stop playing with life. Life is for real something precious. Because if you ever lived the sweeter sides of it, as I have too, you know why you wanna be here, why you still want to be here, why you got something to do, and you're not gonna allow other people's ignorance and stupidity about it get in the way. I mean, on any level, crazy government, local or abroad, psychotic ass plans to try and oust people just because you on some hatred bullshit. Do you know you are so minor compared to everybody else who understands the true value of life, how precious we have, how we really feel about it, and what we will do to make sure that will not be the end of us. We can't go out. We got to maintain. We got too much to do. And every time I check in with y'all and I see that I'm getting more and more subscribers, it tells me, yeah, it's real. My mission is real. It's worth the stress of sitting on the couch wondering when are one of these videos gonna go viral for me, so that, because even after it goes viral, if I ain't got a video that goes over 1 million, it doesn't mean every one of those people are really valuable. I mean, matter of fact, that's when the purge begins. That's when you really gonna get in there and realize, okay, some of these people just in here for the hype. They wanted to be there. They found out, oh, this is where it's at. There's a lot of people here. Okay, I want to be over there looking too, because people like that. You know, people who live, like I say, money first, all that, instead of respect first, then power, then money.